It's the Mueller Report. This is page 91. Although Clovis claimed to have no recollection of attending the TAG summit, Papadopoulos remembered discussing Russia and a foreign policy trip with Clovis and Fairs during the event. Papadopoulos' recollection is consistent with emails sent before and after the TAG summit. The pre-summit messages included a July 11, 2016 email in which Fairs suggested Papadopoulos the day after the summit to chat, and a July 12th message in the same chain in which Fairs advised Papadopoulos that other summit attendees, quote, are very nervous about Russia, so be aware, end quote. 10 days after the summit, Papadopoulos sent an email to Mifsud listing Fairs and Clovis as other participants in a potential meeting at the London Academy of Diplomacy. Finally, Papadopoulos' recollection is also consistent with handwritten notes from a journal that he kept at that time. Now we're going to page 92. Those notes, which are reprinted in part below, appear to refer to potential 2016 meetings in London with the representatives of the office of Putin and suggest that Fairs, Clovis, and Papadopoulos would attend without the official backing of the campaign. In fact, it says, quote, no official letter, no message from Trump. Later communications indicate that Clovis determined that he, Clovis, could not travel. On August 15, 2016, Papadopoulos emailed Clovis that he had received requests from multiple foreign governments, even Russia, in quotes, for, quote, closed-door workshop consultations abroad, end quote, and asked whether there was still interest for Clovis, Fairs, and Papadopoulos to, quote, go on that trip. Clovis copied Fairs in his response, which said he would not travel before the election, but that he would encourage Papadopoulos and Walid to make the trips if it was feasible. Page 93. Papadopoulos was dismissed from the Trump campaign in early October 2016 after an interview he gave to the Russian news agency Interfax generated adverse publicity. Subtitle F, Trump campaign knowledge of, quote, dirt. Papadopoulos admitted telling at least one individual outside of the campaign, specifically the then Greek foreign minister, about Russia's obtaining Clinton-related emails. In addition, a different foreign government informed the FBI that 10 days after meeting with Mifsud in late April 2016, Papadopoulos suggested that the Trump campaign had received indications from the Russian government that it could assist the Trump campaign through the anonymous release of information that would be damaging to Hillary Clinton. And then there's a parenthesis. This conversation occurred after the GRU spearphished Clinton campaign chairman John Podesta and stole his emails, and the GRU hacked into the DCCC and DNC. End of parenthesis. Such disclosures raised questions about whether Papadopoulos informed any Trump campaign official about the emails. When interviewed, Papadopoulos and the campaign officials who interacted with him told the prosecutor's office, the special prosecutor's office, that they could not recall Papadopoulos' sharing the information that Russia had obtained dirt on candidate Clinton in the form of emails, or that Russia could assist the campaign through the anonymous release of information about Clinton. Papadopoulos stated that he could not clearly recall having told anyone on the campaign, and wavered about whether he accurately remembered an incident in which Clovis had been upset after hearing Papadopoulos tell Clovis that Papadopoulos thought, quote, they have her emails. The campaign officials who interacted or corresponded with Papadopoulos have similarly stated with varying degrees of certainty that he did not tell them. Senior policy advisor Stephen Mueller, for example, did not remember hearing anything from Papadopoulos or Clovis about Russia having emails of or dirt on candidate Clinton. Clovis stated that he did not recall anyone, including Papadopoulos, having given him non-public information that a foreign government might be in possession of material damaging to Hillary Clinton. And then the rest of page 93 has been redacted by Bill Barr. Page 94. The top part of page 94 is redacted by Bill Barr. Then it continues after the redaction. No documentary evidence and nothing in the email accounts or other communication facilities reviewed by the office, by Mueller's office, shows that Papadopoulos shared this information with the campaign. G, additional George Papadopoulos contact, and that would be presumably contact with Russians. The office investigated another Russia-related contact with Papadopoulos. The office was not fully able to explore the contact because the individual at issue, Sergei Millian, remained out of the country since the inception of our investigation and declined to meet with members of the office despite our repeated efforts to obtain an interview. Papadopoulos first connected with Millian via LinkedIn on July 15, 2016, shortly after Papadopoulos had attended the TAG summit with Clovis. Millian, an American citizen who is a native of Belarus, introduced himself, quote, as the president of the New York-based Russian-American Chamber of Commerce, end quote, and claimed that through that position he had, quote, insider knowledge and direct access to the top hierarchy in Russian politics, close quote. Papadopoulos asked Timofeev whether he had heard of Millian, although Timofeev said no. Papadopoulos met Millian in New York City. The meetings took place on July 30 and August 1st, 2016. Afterwards, Millian invited Papadopoulos to attend and potentially speak at 2 international energy conferences, including one that was to be held in Moscow in September of 2016. Papadopoulos ultimately did not attend either conference. On July, and well, we'll continue. It's the Mueller Report.